Hi, Tiny.
Thing? What thing? Friend. No, when you said Jaden said, then you said thing. The thing.
Oh, it's tracking.
Said in something. I know why these bits are here. There's little holes. Colby. There's little. Stop. It's not going to track you. Wait, come here. Wait, Jaden! Stop!
No, come on, I'm using all this stuff. This will be on the YouTube video.
Yeah!
Come on, sit down. Sit down, guys.
It's still tracking me.
It's got me
It
back.
only tracks Daddy. No, it doesn't. It will track me.
It'll track any human object, human being. Sleep, Tiny.
Find a bicycle.
OBSBOT Tiny 2, an AI-powered pan-tilt zoom 4K webcam, retailing at £269 with an ultra-large 1/1.5 inch CMOS, 4 times faster focusing, AI tracking with auto zoom, dynamic gesture control, voice control, and more. So in the box you get a manual and instructions. New era of webcam. The Tiny 2 comes in a really premium feeling hard case, not too big or bulky either. Inside there is a good quality USB-C to USB-C cable, a sturdy metal stand with rubber protection around the mount to protect whatever device you mount it to. The Tiny 2 camera itself, I mean, it's so small in the palm of your hand. Well, in my hand anyway, because I've got quite large hands. And it weighs 95.6 grams. Then you get a very handy USB-C to USB-A adapter. The build and design is excellent. Made mostly of metal, this webcam feels great. So there's one USB-C port on the back for connectivity. Underneath the camera there is a mount, so you can mount this to a tripod if you wish, or you can use the really sturdy stand that comes with it and use the power of magnets. It's such a versatile camera, and with these accessories you have a few more options about mounting the camera. So I powered the webcam via USB-C using my MacBook Pro. The green light means the webcam is on and ready to go. Now my favorite feature on the webcam is voice control. Hi, Tiny. Look at that. And that basically wakes up Tiny. Track me. But now it's tracking, so if I go left, or my left, or your right, or whatever, there we go, tracking perfectly. I can also say zoom in closer. Zoom out further. There we go, that's zoomed out. And this 4K 30 looks absolute quality. Look at it, it's brilliant. 4K 30 frames per second. And those are some of the commands you can give this camera. Stop tracking me, there we go. And the tracking ability of the Tiny 2 is incredible. It's really difficult to sort of lose the camera. I did try my best a few times, but yeah, tracking is excellent. Now there are gesture controls too, so stuff like that for zooming, and you can do that for zooming in and out, which is cool, and then that to lock on subject. The OBSBOT Center software is packed full of features. So many in fact that I can't actually cover them all. But for a start, from this software you can update the software itself and the firmware of the camera really easily. And the most important thing for me when buying a webcam is obviously video quality and audio quality. So this is a 4K webcam with built-in microphones, and they also have a feature in the app which helps with noise reduction on the microphones. The OBSBOT camera has got noise reduction built into the application. At the moment it's set to strong. A bit of music in the background, a bit of chitter chatter. We have strong, medium and weak. Now we're at the medium setting, and this is at the weak setting. So the weak setting is the default basically, that's what it's set to standard. Back to strong, and now this is strong noise reduction on the OBSBOT webcam. Now, I think the video quality is excellent. And with that large sensor, like bigger sensors than your normal average webcams, it's going to let in more light. So when, you know, the day does get a little bit darker, it's not going to affect the quality too much. And the different modes of noise cancellation available to you gives you that option and flexibility to change, you know, the noise reduction on certain environments you're in. You might be in a really, really noisy environment with air conditioning units and rumbles and drones. So you're going to really want to use the strong setting there. Bit of chitter chat on the back, maybe medium, but you have a few options there for your needs. In the app, there are a few AI modes. So one mode we have is called desk mode. And in desk mode, the camera points directly down. Now, this would be ideal maybe on like a taller tripod or mounted a bit higher. And this will obviously give you the option to maybe present or show documents that you may have laying down on the desk. There is a whiteboard mode as well, but obviously I don't have a whiteboard, so I couldn't test it. So if you are, or if you do have a whiteboard, you need to present something on that. If you put it in whiteboard mode, you're supposed to make it like more clear and more detailed for that as well. Now, the hand tracking is something I could definitely test. And when testing it, it really loved a hand. Like, there's one point where my hand sort of went off a little bit and it somehow got my other hand on the desk. Pretty handy. There's also group mode as well, which I couldn't really test in this environment, but there's a few AI modes there to play with. In fact, there's so many things to play with on the app. There's so much. There's a live preview mode, so you can have a quick look at yourself before you go live on whatever you're doing, streaming or a meeting or anything, just to make sure everything's fine. You can also change the resolution from 4K to 1080p to 720. You may want to do that if you have a poor internet connection. So if your internet is really slow, you might want to drop down to maybe 720p or 1080p to obviously keep the video smooth and the audio for the other person at the other end. You can manually move Tiny 2 with the view and gimbal settings within the application, left, right, up, down, and even zoom as well. Now, in the image section of the app, the top setting, autofocus. I was testing the autofocus and it seemed to work really well. Autofocus is something brilliant on a webcam, so you can have something a bit close up like that. Obviously it's going to work better on this professional camera, but like that, excellent. Now, there is a beauty mode. Wish I could do like a transition, and that was beautiful. But yeah, a beauty mode, which you get some very interesting results, which I probably, you know, I wouldn't use it if I was being serious, but they're there if you want to play with it. Yeah, they're really, really strange. And below that, some filters as well you can play around with. Now, there is a background blur setting, and that's a setting that I probably would use for a bit of privacy at the back or whatever. You can increase and decrease the blur as you wish. Now, in some apps like Zoom or Teams, this setting is already built into the software, but it's there if you need it. If you want to turn off all gestures and even voice control, you can do that within the application here. So it's just a bog standard, well, I say a bog standard webcam, it's a fancy webcam still, even with all those settings turned off. But if you want them off, you can turn them off. But why would you want to do that? It's boring. You saw how much fun I had at the beginning of this video. Motion tracking, yeah, it's great. So that's it, an excellent camera packed full of features, currently retailing at £269 on their website. But if you go to Amazon UK, it's £369. Am I reading that right? Yes, I don't get that, but shop around. Anyway, get the cheapest one. I'll include links to these in the description anyway. But thanks for watching, guys. Please do consider subscribing if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.